don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no.
It's girly power. Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is Madden NFL Football on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Todd Gurley, fresh off a standout performance a week ago, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With that, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by at CenturyLink Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league. Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it? It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. From the gun on third down, Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly. And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That good for 22 and a first down. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England, the Rams never even got into the red zone in that game, and now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down. From the red zone now, Goff. He's got Higbee complete right side, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. The headshots here are the offensive unit, and what about Brandon Cooks? If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league. They run with Henderson, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Well, look now at our starting defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run. And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL
which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
And he's got it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Jared Goff, touchdown number 18 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They run it with Carson. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle. And with this offense, what about DJ Fluker?
Came out of Alabama, could play tackle, could play guard. He's so big, Brandon, I think he plays both at the same time.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
We got chips over here. Chips over here. There's overload. Watch 20, seal that. Seal it.
From the shotgun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Todd Gurley and the Rams offense set to take over. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy, but let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Gurley again here on first down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on the carry there. That sets up a long 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Here's Wilson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it's going to be second down. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 18. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcel Darius able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
From the gun, here's Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Here we go.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a play fake, and it's Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Throwing on third, Goff. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Dawson. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Wilson. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 23. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. From the gun, it's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Penny, a first down carry. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. On second down, here's Penny. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
First and goal at the 9-yard.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out there? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, That's all you're looking for, but he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Here we go.
First down.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A full start backs him up 5. First and 15. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Out of the gun. Goff. Man open. It's Kupp. He's got it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. 2nd down, it's Henderson. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to weigh in, enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And Zerline's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Now it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. On 1st down, Wilson. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
1 sec. Eyes up. 1 sec.
To throw again, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Rashad Penny, but now it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson will throw again. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Now Wilson on 1st down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 13 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Until that late score here in the 2nd quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the 1st half, But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach? I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Just let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The defense pushing the run game back on the first play of the third quarter.
But I don't think that means abandoning the run totally. Sometimes you just have to focus on execution, right? They always talk about players, not plays. Well, tell your players to block a little bit better, and maybe the ground game can get going.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, and that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Dissly, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Opposed to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was going right back to Cooper Kupp, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's Russell Wilson in the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a 1-possession lead, looking to expand that now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Wilson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They run again with Carson, and the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
His throw caught right around the 6. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Myers able to knock it through. and that'll make this a 7-point game. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Goff. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be in a...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
When we talk about Aqib Talib, technique is not the word that comes to mind, but don't worry about that. This guy anticipates as well as anyone in the league, and he did just that, picking off another pass.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it, let's bring it.
Back to the workhorse today, it's Gurley. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Another carry now for Gurley. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. So that'll back them up 5. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Here we go.
That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Goff now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and a yard. Goff, his throw incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. That time, a 9-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow, you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk about football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Carson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
24's the mic.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And he'll get it down here to the 43. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
This is Carson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We got 4.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now a first down throw, gone. It's caught left side by Cooks. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Check. Watch before.
Goff on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. To throw is Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Throw left side, complete to Cup. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
yardage. Okay.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal.
Watch twins.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Still on his feet. Brushing off defenders. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. On the stop was Aaron Donald. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it makes things a little more interesting now on 4th and goal.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So Goff and the Rams down by 6, 57 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now Goff.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Now it's Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Seahawks, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.